I really love looking after this really special little corner of the southeast. It's a beautiful place to be and to work. And if we can make it better through everything that we're trying to do, then that's a really fantastic thing. I'm Ben Taylor and I'm the Managing Director of the Iford Estate. 10 years ago, I had a bit of an epiphany. I began to notice what was around us. And at that point, I realised that actually we had something really special, something that needed preserving, enhancing and making better. The Robinson family came here in 1895. They were dairy farmers, but they were also very keen conservationists, and they deliberately kept areas out of intensive arable production after the war. And we've gradually devoted more and more of the farm to the environment. Over the last 5 or 6 years, we've begun to really focus on the environment as actually a means of sustaining the business for the next generation. Anthony Weston is our consultant. He's been working really closely with me over the last 3 years to design the nuts and bolts of it, and his expertise in biodiversity is immense.
Iford Biodiversity Project is the landmark project for biodiversity gain. So it's got great presence in the landscape in the national park, and it's diverse across various different habitats. I've been working in land management, getting on for 25 years. So it's been great to be able to apply that experience and knowledge to a whole landscape scale project like Iford.
We've done a huge amount of work over the last 3 years, and it started off with assessing the habitats we've already got on the estate, what condition they're in, and then thinking a lot about what we can turn them into. The South Downs National Park is a really important stakeholder as well.
My name's Nick Keesman. I work for the South Downs National Park Authority and I'm a Countryside and Policy Manager. The vision of Iford Estate is very in tune with the priorities for the South Downs National Park. So there's a real synergy there and a proper partnership. One of the benefits of buying into the vision and the plan at Iford Estate is you know you're going to have real integrity to what's being offered. It's going to be delivered, it's going to be well monitored, you're actually going to be proud of what you're buying into. It's not just a token approach.
The beauty of the agreements that we've got with the South Downs National Park who monitor it is that actually it's really easy to roll out for the next phase and the phase after that.
So in the last 3 years we've developed a really exciting vision for Iford.
Our plans are to take the vast majority of the farm, about 2/3, and return it to nature. We've thought really carefully about how we do that. So it'll be a mix of grassland and scrubland and woodland. And straight away we're seeing species come back.
We've got a triple SI, that's a site of special scientific interest on the Brooks, and another site of special scientific interest on the Kingston Escarpment. One of the key themes is to try and create the linkages between those habitats.
Iford sits in this interesting interface between the Ouse Valley, the wetland, right up to the chalk grassland where you have up to 40 species per square metre, lots of orchids, amazing array of butterflies, and then going back down to that valley again where you're going to find very interesting wetland bird species such as lapwing.
Last year the wetland was flooded for a long time, but as the water receded, the lapwings that have been there all winter stayed and they bred. And I've never seen a breeding lapwing on those fields before, and all of a sudden we've got them, and it's fantastic.
Iford has a plethora of species. Looking at that flora, there's some really iconic species there. So the round-headed rampion, right down to bird's foot trefoil and kidney vetch, an amazing sort of variety of flora which give real colour. But off the back of that, it's the invertebrates that then feed on those. So you might be lucky enough to see species such as the common blue or the Adonis blue butterfly. Beautiful sort of striking colour. And then you'll have fritillary species as well. And then a lot of skipper butterflies, meadow browns and more common species. What nature needs is space. And places like Iford offer that large scale opportunity.
It's landscape scale. It's much better to have one big landscape recovery project than 1,000 small ones, and makes what we're doing much more relevant.
Development used to be the problem. Development now can be the solution for biodiversity net gain.
If you purchase biodiversity units from Iford, you're investing in the future of this landscape.
This is a massive project, and it's going to create really big gains for nature.